This video will be exactly how you pick your perfect niche. Because the truth is, we all have some advantage that we can apply from our own lives when we talk about picking a niche or picking a solution for our agency. Because we're all going into this with different knowledge and different connections and different interests. And the first thing that you need to be looking out for is if you have any connections within an industry, within a business, or anyone within your circle that has specific information on a specific industry. Because then you could get to pick their brain, you can get to pitch them the idea of running the AI inside their business. And instead of starting out by guessing and by doing outreach in random places, you will have a very clear direction of where you want to go and how you can actually implement this. The second thing you could be looking out for to erase this guesswork in the beginning is taking your own experience into account. So to give you an example, Albert and I, before we started our agency, we were working a year as customer support agents, which gave us the knowledge that AI could go in and answer 80 to 90% of all of the questions that we were dealing with every day, which would save the business countless of hours and money and could maybe even replace me and Albert with a support AI. So you can use your experience to understand pain points that are existing and also how you can actually create the value with an AI. Because just from working that job and knowing nothing about AI, me and Albert, we understood that if we could implement an AI into the customer service, that we could completely be replaced and we could be solving a huge pain for a huge company and save them a lot of money. And you might also have an unfair advantage in the country that you're in or in the market where you have specific knowledge. And what I mean by that is you may be in a country where you have the option to go out and build more trust. You can do this in multiple ways. You could go out and you could pitch business owners one-to-one in real life, or you could speak the same language as them when you call them on the phone. To give you an example of this, Albert and I, we started getting some clients from Denmark because we could just call them. So what I did was I searched the biggest car detailers in Denmark and I called them and I spoke the same language as them, and I could feel there was no resistance compared to when I was calling US businesses that were getting spammed by all sorts of different nationalities, because everyone that's in a market that's not very strong will be calling these global markets that are really strong. So they're getting spammed and the sales resistance instantly goes up. So if you live in a country where you can either go to a business owner and have a strong market and talk to them in person, or you can call people in your own language and pitch them the idea, you will have a way easier time closing deals and getting trust from your clients. And the final thing that you need to look for when you're picking a niche is that it's something that you're actually interested in and something that you could see yourself doing. For example, if you think that it's super cool that you go in and you create voice AIs that take off workload from other people and help businesses grow, and you really like the idea of creating voice AIs and being a part of that expansion and that change for businesses, then that's a great option for you. And then you have the AI text message campaign. So if you're a person that really likes marketing and you really like putting down words on a piece of paper and making sure that people are intrigued by what you're writing and that you can help businesses convert more people, save cost on marketing, and then get more appointments and sales, that's something that you could be going for. Or if you really like building AIs with comprehensive knowledge and you want to help out a ton of businesses just diverting traffic and having AIs that help people instead of needing people and needing support teams to help them, that's also a great option to go with support AIs. So you need to take a look at what actually interests you and what do you like building, because that way you'll be matching what talents and what skills and what interests that you have with what business that you're going to be pursuing. And this is important to keep in mind for the long-term game, because this is something that you will need to work on for a long time. And working on something that also motivates you in a different way will keep you even more motivated and even more disciplined long term. And then third, take your own life experiences and understand if you can apply and fix pain points for someone else and then provide value. Because at the end of the day, that's really just what it's all about. Because how much pain you solve and how much value you provide translates directly into how much money that you'll be making. So if I were you, I would really narrow down the solution that I want to provide, whether that's support AIs, whether it's AI that you use on text and social media, or if it's voice agents. It doesn't really matter. Pick one that you find interesting and then figure out what businesses need it the most. And I've created a docs with industries that I think will absolutely crush it with AI, and I've given them emojis based on where I think implementation could be done the best. And then, for example, we have law firms where I put down that an AI chatbot widget and SMS engagement would work well. And the reason I put these down is because the law firm could easily benefit from having a chat widget that guides the user through their process, and they could easily benefit from an AI SMS agent that would reach out to their customers to follow up with potential customers and also just to collect documents. So you could use this list to go through so many different industries and niches that could benefit from the different solutions that I just mentioned. And then hopefully some of this could inspire you to reach out and try different outreach methods. And then once you feel inspired and you have something that could interest you and something that you really see a good application from AI into a business, you can go over to the industry pain point solutions and ROI prompt. This is a prompt that I made where you can insert your industry into it and it will break down a list of industry pain points and how AI can help solve them. So using this prompt on ChatGPT will give you the industry knowledge that you're lacking, and you can use this industry knowledge to sell your products better, to create better products, and also to gain more trust from your clients when you are pitching them the idea of an AI. So now that you've picked a solution, understood what industry needs them the most, and then understood the exact pain points and how you can apply AI to fix these pain points, you need to be doing outreach. So you head over to the day 2 challenge of doing outreach, and to really understand where your industry and where your niche responds the best, you need to try all of these. And once you've tried all of these for a week or 2, you will understand exactly where you need to put your time. So if you are seeing that no one ever picks up the phone and you barely get any appointments from cold calling, and all of your appointments are coming from the Instagram hashtag strategy, you automatically will cut away the cold calling and focus on the Instagram hashtag strategy. And the same thing goes if no one responds on Instagram and everybody responds on the phone and you book all of your appointments from there, you will automatically cut away the Instagram hashtag strategy. So you need to be trying these different strategies, and you need to be doing so much volume that it would be unreasonable for you not to get a single response and then iterate based on that data. This is such an essential part of trying different things, because depending on what market, what industries, and what platforms you reach out on, you will see so many different results from platform and industry and niche. Because depending on who you're going after, where they are, what you're trying to sell, you will see so many different results with different platform, different niches, and different people. And now I will be leaving you with the most valuable thing. And now I will be leaving you with one of the most valuable things that you could start out with as an AI agency, because now you narrow down your advantage, you narrow down your solution, you narrow down the industry, but you still need to find prospects to DM. And the truth is, it can be extremely difficult to find prospects to DM, especially if you're looking for very specific companies in different countries or with different criteria. So to give you an example, if you found out that your AI solution and your agency can help business owners that sell clothing online, but maybe you only know 2, 3, 4 of the companies that you actually want to work with, you can go to ocean.io and you can search that company and it will give you the lookalike audience of similar companies. So if I wanted to work with big e-commerce stores that sell clothing, I could type in Gymshark.com and it would give me a lookalike audience for Gymshark. You can go in and add more lookalikes to narrow down the search even more. You can filter them by size. If you have a specific location or country that you want to target people in, you could do that here. And then you can also do it by website traffic so that you can understand how much value you would actually be providing, so that you can understand how much value you'd actually be providing with something like a support AI. So as you can see, we have 9,996 different companies in here, not only 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, instead of having 2, 3, or 4 companies maybe that your agency would like to target, you now have 9,996 companies that would be ideal to work with for your own AI agency.